How we doing?
We got a little different kind of a question, but what is having the health at receiver right now? Those guys are probably the healthiest they've been since week 3. What does that do for your room, for that run game? Just having all those guys available to you on the outside and healthy.
Yeah, I think it starts with the team, what it does for the team. Just getting those guys back. First, talking about those guys, they're excited to be back, being together as a group, getting out there, contributing. Can't say enough about that. Can't say enough about their attitude to work hard to get back. And it just tells you, those guys are fighting. Our team, we need them back. It talks to the running backs, as far as just being able to play together, block longer. It sends those type of messages, man. Not saying they haven't been doing that, but it just sends those type of messages when you get those receivers back.
You've been through years in your career, both as a coach and as a player, where you're in the mix, sort of like you are now for a playoff spot, and years when maybe you're not. How does meaningful December football feel different? What is the vibe, around the game, or players, or locker room in weeks like this and stretches like that?
Yeah, it doesn't change for me. Same mindset. We going out there, we want to win each and every week, and that's our mindset. Now, we understand what's out there as far as what we could potentially be a part of, but it doesn't change.
How's Swift feeling? Is this the best he's been in a few weeks now?
I would say, yeah. Of course, we knew he was fighting through a couple things, but he's still out there battling, man. You saw last week that run down there on the goal line. Special. And that's what we expect from him each and every week, for him to go out there and do that. So he's starting to feel better. You're starting to see it, and you'll see more of it.
How special of a season has this been for Jamal? I think you look at his first 5 seasons, he had 13 touchdowns total. He's got as many this season as he's had his whole career. Just how important has he been? How special has that been to see a guy in his 6th year have the kind of success that he's had this year so far?
I tip my hat off to him because I know how hard he works. And just coming here last year, being able to get used to how we do things was a little different for him. He made the adjustment, came back this year, was like one of the best in shape in the room, and just went to work, man. Sometimes things don't work out as planned, but you still got to, strap it up and go to work. And that's what he did. So I'm proud of him. I know where he is. He know where he is as far as with the touchdowns and stuff like that. And it doesn't stop him from working, man. He goes to work each and every day, which I'm proud of that, and it's something to say.
The robes that he handed out.
The robes?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got me a robe. I started to wear it in here, but I started to wear it to practice. That wouldn't have been good. No, I might have got fined by Dan.
You mentioned just a reference to Swift running over that guy on the goal line last week. I don't know if that fired you up a little bit too. I know that touchdown didn't count, but just to see that sort of physical play out of him in a meaningful situation like that.
Well, you have seen that from him. You go back to last year, I think it was the Rams game where he ran over a guy. So you've seen him run over guys. So I know he has that. But, of course, it gets me excited. Anytime you're down there close to pay dirt, you're being physical getting in. And he has all the tools. So.
What jumped out about Jacksonville when we started prepping for them, throwing on the tape of their defense?
Good defense. Good defense. They have talent on all levels. You look at that D-line, those guys, they play together. They play hard. They finish. Those guys hustle to the ball. So we got to make sure we're on top of our game when it comes to ball, protecting the ball security. So, it's going to be a challenge, just like each and every week, man. Each and every week, you got to line up and be at your best.
A couple weeks ago, I think we were talking about some short yardage issues with the offense in general, but it seems like in the past, 3-4 weeks, you've been much better at that. What's
You're jinxing us, man. That's what, yeah.
What's been the key to that improvement so far?
Just everybody doing their job. And usually that's what it all boils down to. It boils down to one person here, one person there. It could be the back who's not hitting the hole or hitting the right hole. Could be linemen, not coming off, stuff like that. But when we are all together, it looks good. And you get that type of production.